Hello, let's talk about Rebar Labels extension for Trimble Connect. The problem is today that is too much information in the 3D model for the skilled workers to use them efficiently on the construction site. We need processes and tools to make the information easy to access and understand. We use the Rebar Labels extension to colorize all the information, all the rebars in the model. And this coloring is based on the information for the label that we have defined in the project. The Rebar Labels extension was developed in joint collaboration with Skanska, and their goal is to make the digital tools as convenient and simple as flipping through the paper drawings. The Rebar Labels extension is for general contractors, subcontractors, BIM coordinators, and rebar workers who want to access simplified information out in the field. The workflow that we use for the Rebar Labels extension is we get an IFC model that has a basic breakdown structure. The BIM coordinator break it down even further into smaller digital work packages, and then it gets access on the construction side by the rebar workers, where they use the Rebar Labels extension to view the information and print out the list if they want to. So this is just an example when you see the work package of the rebars, and when we click the Rebar Labels extension, it colorize everything and creates the list. So let's take a look at this in Trimble Connect. So in Trimble Connect we have a concrete slab and rebar model. For this example we're only going to take a look at the rebars, so we just take away the concrete model. It is different ways in Trimble Connect to communicate the information to the rebar workers. One option is to create smaller work packages when you have divided in the information in the model into smaller areas, like this example here. Or if you do these manual work packages, you can divide it even further into, for instance, a wall. And this is information enough for the rebar workers, or a model large enough for rebar workers to see in the field. Another way to communicate this is to create views in Trimble Connect. So they can just access one view and then with one click, then access Rebar Labels extension with next. First of all, we click the Generate a List button to create or colorize and create the rebar labels. So if you zoom in, there's two different options to get information from the rebars. Either you click in the model for one rebar. This is a single rebar model. You see that it's one of 135 rebars. If you click at the end, you highlight everything that's had a symbol rebar label. Another way, if you only know the post number or other labeled information, you can press it on the list and it'll be highlighted in the model. If you hold down the Control key on your PC, you can press different types of rebars and get it in the list as well. You can also using the list in the same way. So you can just press one of the items or several items list and will be in the selected top of the list. If you want to export a list to spreadsheet, to Excel, you can just do that and you can choose which type of export you want to do. This list you can take with you out in the field to get the rebars necessary for building this structure. So the list is a basic CSV export, and therefore you can open up in a spreadsheet like we see on the screen right now. Some is presenting their digital work packages with ghost objects. So if you have a digital work package with ghost objects, in the basic setup, it only shows in the list all the rebars that is visible. So it will not combine all the other rebar. If you press the Filter Ghost Objects off, then you can generate a list of all the rebars in the model. Thank you for listening. I hope you find it useful.